Welcome to 2025. Today we will be looking at a book from our collections called The Past and Present of Plattsburgh, published in the 1890s. The book doesn't list the author, so we're not sure who compiled this book of information. We do know that the book was published in Troy, New York. While perusing the book, we came across this beautiful engraving of the Williams sewing machine works. How many of you knew that we had a sewing machine company in Plattsburgh? Let's learn a bit more about the Williams Sewing Machine Works. The Williams Manufacturing Company was originally founded as C.W. Williams & Co. in Boston during 1856. It was established by Charles W. Williams, his brother Caleb Nelson Williams, and Mr. Orvis of the manufacturer of sewing machines. The business was on a limited scale, making a machine similar to the Grover and Baker, which they named the Little Williams. In 1864, the business was relocated to Montreal, Quebec, to avoid the restrictions of U.S. patents, which, at the time, were not enforceable in Canada. The first Williams factory in Montreal was located at 68 Prince Street. In 1879, production was moved to a new, much larger factory adjacent to the railway at 1789 St. James, Rue Saint-Jacques, in the southwestern suburb of St. Henri. In October 1881, it was agreed that they would open a new work in Plattsburgh. Work started on the foundations on the 9th of November 1881 at a site on the bend of the Saranac River known as the Battery, on the outskirts of Plattsburgh. When the building was finished a year later, it was comprised of a 3-story machine shop, 208 feet by 40 feet, a wheelhouse, a 2-story cabinet shop, and a single-story foundry. Due to the pictures and engravings, we are pretty sure this factory was located on Pine Street, somewhere near the police station today. The first machines were made in November of 1882, with Hugh McDonald as the factory superintendent and employing about 250 men. Models made were the New York, Williams, and the newly introduced Helpmate. The factory manufactured sewing machines for both the Williams Manufacturing Company and for the New York Sewing Machine and Manufacturing Company. Later, the production of Wellington typewriters was also introduced at the Plattsburgh factory. Sewing machine production was stopped sometime between 1902 and 1908. The production of typewriters, however, continued until 1921, when the factory finally closed, with all of the assets being sold by the receivers in 1922. The Williams Sewing Machine Works building no longer exists, and we could not find a record of when it was demolished. Our book is in okay condition, with the exception of the cover, which is torn in half, and we do not have said other half. It was so fascinating to learn about a company here in Plattsburgh that we'd never heard of. We are so lucky to have this book in our collections. Thanks so much for stopping by, and happy 2025.